palettes on palettes on palettes. Little note to self, stop buying things you don't need because you feel bad when you have to throw them away. But we are not done with the decluttering yet. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Allison if you are new here. Today we are decluttering some more things. That is the theme of this year in my YouTube channel. Basically, I love decluttering stuff, simplifying my life, and today we are simplifying my makeup collection. So hidden in this closet in my office, I actually have an entire desk from IKEA. There's the tabletop, a chair, some legs, and then the Alex 5 drawers, and this used to be my entire vanity setup. But I decided that when we moved to this house in California, we had a bigger bathroom and I wanted to get ready in the bathroom. So I shoved the vanity in here, and Bucky wants to be part of this. But all of this, well, not all of it, most of this is makeup in the top 2 drawers. We have nail polish down here, hair products, just tons of stuff. And to be completely honest, I don't go in here ever. When I simplified my makeup collection and my hair products and put it underneath the sink in our bathroom, I'll share a video here where I did all of that. I haven't gone in here for more things. So I think it's finally time, after 3 or 4 months of never using this stuff, to go through and honestly purge most of it. I used to be way more into makeup, but recently it just hasn't been a thing that I've been reaching for, and I don't see myself getting super into it again or needing any of this stuff. And honestly, I kind of want to sell this IKEA desk because I love having some extra spending cash to put back into our home, and why would I just hold on to a bunch of stuff that I'm not using? One thing that I've learned from decluttering so much in my home, and spoiler alert, I've decluttered a lot in my house. I have a playlist here if you want to see all the decluttering videos I've done. But one thing I've learned is I never miss what I get rid of. There's never been one thing where I'm like, oh, I wish I kept that. I wish I didn't get rid of it. No, everything that leaves the house is for the better, and I never think about it again. And I kind of am excited to free up a lot of this space in the closet because it's one more cluttered space in my home that I don't need to deal with anymore. So I also need to go into our master bedroom and go under our sink because that's where I keep all of my everyday makeup. So down here under my sink, I keep this little caddy, and honestly, this caddy's a little bit overfilled. I need to go through this also. But this caddy is where I keep all of my everyday makeup, and for the past 4 months, this is what I use. This is all I need, and it's honestly even more than what I need. I need to pare this down a bit, and I want to kind of refresh this. So maybe I'll keep 1 or 2 extra makeup palettes just to kind of rotate through, but I ultimately want to get rid of all the stuff that I'm not using. I'm tired of just wasting a ton of space. But before I start tearing apart this vanity and throwing away a bunch of old makeup, let's look at the before shots. So I'm going to start with my everyday makeup and go through this and pull out what's not working for me, what is expired, what is empty, and then we'll have a fresh start in here to start filling up with anything I want to keep from the bigger drawers. So far, this is my pass on and get rid of pile, this big strip down here. And these are just a few small things that I bought specifically, specific colors I love. I wore this on my wedding day. I love this single MAC eyeshadow. This is a great staple that I always reach for. This guy's great. And then 2 little mini highlighters. But everything else, palettes on palettes on palettes, tons of highlighters, tons of ColourPop shadows, liquid highlighters. None of those I am reaching for. So all of these are going to be passed on. And then most things over here are almost empty, if not completely empty. Yeah, I think this whole little cubby is also in the get rid of pile. Little note to self, stop buying things you don't need because you feel bad when you have to throw them away. Now some of these palettes are nicer brands, we have Urban Decay here. I have a Tarte palette here. And the main reason I have these palettes are because I bought them on sale. I remember this palette specifically, it was on sale at Nordstrom Rack and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to have this. And I just impulse purchased it. And you can tell exactly how much I've used it. not at all. I feel terrible getting rid of this, but I fell into the trap of buying it on sale and thinking I would use it without really like thinking about the purchase or even realizing that I didn't need to buy more makeup. So another note to self, don't get trapped by the sales. Just because it's a good price or a good value does not mean you have to buy it. Okay, first drawer is completely empty and clean. That is such a great feeling to have. And from that first drawer alone, this is the pile of things we are passing on. And then over here, this is all I'm keeping. And some of these things came from my little makeup caddy. A nice perk of this project also is that I have tons of little dividers in my makeup drawers. So I'm gonna be freeing up tons of things that I can use elsewhere in the house. So this pile is everything staying in my makeup collection, and this is everything leaving my makeup collection. So I'm gonna thank this makeup for the joy it brought when I purchased it and when I was using it, but I'm going to say goodbye and put it away and out of my life and enjoy having a minimal, concise collection that is everything I need and eliminates a lot of the decision making in doing my makeup. So I do have quite a few makeup brushes, but I do really enjoy them, and I have pared down my collection a ton. This is not my first makeup declutter also. I got rid of a ton of stuff maybe a year ago. I'll share that video here if you want to see more. So I have these brushes. I have 2 blushes. This is my current setting powder. These are all of my highlighters. Down here I have my current bronzer that I'm still working through, and then this backup product, my current concealer, eyebrow pencil, 1 mascara, 1 eyebrow gel, and then my backup eyebrow pencil. These are all the lip products I'm keeping. 2 lipsticks, a lip gloss, and these little Burt's Bees lip shimmers. This is all of the eyeshadow I'm keeping, and this Naked Urban Decay palette is what I use on the daily if I'm feeling very simple, and it also has some darker colors, so if I want to be a little bit more extra, I can go that direction. This top section is more like my fancy makeup. Like, I don't wear eyelashes on the daily, so I just have a couple pairs, and then this stuff is more of my face makeup for when I'm like being fancy. Like, I don't wear foundation on the regular. I've worn it I think twice in my life, so this is kind of just like a special occasion kind of thing, and that is everything that I'm holding on to. Now I'm going to put all of my everyday products into this little bin, and I like filling the little 3 divided pockets with these little filler beads. I used to keep all of my makeup brushes in here, but since I don't have that many, we can pour this guy into this cubby and use it. The reason I do that is because these are pretty deep drawers, so if I put my concealer in there with nothing, it like sinks to the bottom and it's harder to grab out, whereas if I have a little filler, it sits on the top closer. So I'm gonna fill this guy up, organize it, and things are flying everywhere. One other thing I use in my little caddy are these little squishy containers. I have these all over my house. They are from Target. They are $2 for a pack of 4 of these little squares. They have different shapes too. They have long rectangles. I use those to organize in my desk. They also have a wider version. I love these so much from Target. So affordable, so cheap, and so versatile. So this will be linked down below in the description bar, along with this. This guy's from Amazon if you want to shop whatever I'm using. All of the fancy makeup, like the foundation and the eyelashes, fit in this little container from IKEA. It is like $1.90 maybe, very cheap, very inexpensive, great find from IKEA, but that's all gonna live in there. I'm probably gonna find a home for that under our bathroom sink. So this is good. And then the makeup caddy is also done. I managed to fit most of my like backup products and other options. Like I have this blush and this blush, but I'm only using this one right now, so I didn't want to have both of them out, and they didn't really fit both out. So I managed to slide all of that stuff underneath here, and these little cubbies fit right over there, so all of my like quick reach products are easy to get to. So these two are good to go, but we are not done with the decluttering yet. So I'm gonna leave this pile here because you may notice there's 3 more drawers here, and I need to get rid of some nail polish. I need to cut down on some of my hair products. I just never reach for this stuff. I never come in here for these things, and they either need to make their way into the bathroom so I actually use them if I like them, or they need to make their way out of the house because I feel pretty good about paring this thing down enough to be able to sell it. Nail polish has now been consolidated and organized very carefully. These little acrylic bins used to hold some makeup. They're from Target. I'll have these linked down below too. This is kind of like a my favorite organization thing project. But they have the acrylic cubes and then the acrylic rectangles. And since these fit here so perfectly, I kept these 9 colors. I have my base coat and my top coat up here. And then I will also find a spot for this underneath my bathroom with all of the other makeup. The last 2 drawers were all hair products, like this thing that I bought for my wedding. I ended up not wearing this one. I wore a different one, an old hairbrush, this curling wand that I never wear anymore, some little hair samples, a mirror. All of that got thrown into this pile, and this pile over here are things that I'm keeping and that are moving to the bathroom. I do need to declutter the top of this a bit. The majority of it is jewelry, some perfumes. Actually, both of these are way too old. Those need to go into this pile. And then a couple little decor pieces that I got recently and some candles. So I'm gonna clean this space up a bit. I'm probably gonna keep the majority of the jewelry, and then I think this will be nice and tidy. Okay, with all of this stuff under my sink, and then even more embarrassing under Christian's side of the sink, you can tell probably that I take over most of the bathroom. I definitely need to do a bathroom organization. That video will probably come in the next couple of weeks, maybe next month. but that needs some attention badly. Today, we are still celebrating the win of decluttering all of this stuff. I cannot believe I have all of this stuff. Honestly, I didn't even realize I had most of this because it was just sitting in a drawer that I never opened. So I'm gonna package this stuff up. I think most of it is going to be trash. Some things like the curling wand might be donate, but the most important part is that all of it will be leaving the house today. So this is normally the point in the video where I show you the before and after, but the before looks like this. And the after is just nothing. It is just empty drawers, which is probably the most successful decluttering video after. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you give it a like and make sure you are subscribed for more like this from me. I have lots of videos planned for the future, organizing, decluttering, simplifying my life. That bathroom is on the back of my mind right now. I have a couple projects that are up in the air, like happening right now, that will come out before that video, but that video will be coming because it needs to happen. So I'm gonna take some of my stuff to Goodwill, throw out all the stuff that I can't donate, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!